Hello my dear visitors and subscribers. Thank you for watching CrazyEngine. Just yesterday in part 1 we have tested and stand recently received from eBay Enya 53 4C engine. And I would like to share with you my first impressions. Once again, I was convinced that Enya Metal Products Limited makes really excellent engines, and this Enya 53 4C is not an exception. The engine, although it was capricious at first, still started, and after a little warm-up it took up the mine and began to work fine. Please recall the stable idle 1600 RPM, the excellent transition from low to high and vice versa. It never died out when the throttle was discharged. In general, impressions are very positive. There are only a couple of questions. I would like to understand the reason for the low compression at the beginning before starting, and to understand what's the seller statement that engine practically didn't work means. So now we will take care at apart and see. In the meantime of dismantling an engine, I will share with you a couple of interesting facts. Enya 53 model was launched since 1988, and it was built around the base model, the Enya 4644C. It was obtained from the base model so here is the 4C 46 4C engine. There looks like very similar. Anyhow, 53 have more volume and of course more power. Okay. 43 version was obtained from the base model by increasing the stroke of the piston and increasing the diameter of the cylinder, the bore. According to the information from Mr. Ken Enya, we meet him in absentia when I ordered some parts from the website of the EnyaEngine.com. So he informed me that usually this model was produced in so-called lots or batches, where there were 1000 units in each lot. Unfortunately, Mr. Ken Enya could not tell me how many 53 models were released, but judging on the activity on eBay, these models are quite rare, and sellers heartily set sky-high prices for collectors. So we're ready to take away the front housing. I'm using this tool just to make video shorter and dismantling faster. So, front housing away. Okay. Just look. So I should say inside it looks more or less clean. Of course with some debris and some oil and fuel residue. Also I see inside here the rest of conservation oil, I should say, probably conservation oil. But this not, it looks more or less nice, clean. So, taking out the carb to free up engine head. So great. So I see no problems with the valves. That looks pretty clean. Moves freely. No carbon, nothing else. That's great. That's great. So let's look on the piston and the piston ring. So they was not so dirty, but I see here some red varnish. I don't know what is it. Maybe it's the rest of oil. Maybe it's the signs of work or after run oil. Anyhow, I understand the reason why engines show insufficient compression at the first time. 99% for that some of old conserving oil stuck like this, the ring to the piston groove, and during first run fresh fuel was soaked into the piston groove, dissolved old oil residue, and consequently freeze up piston ring, so compression was restored to initial state. That's great. So let's look on cylinder. Oh, cylinder is perfect. No any scratches. It's like a mirror. So taking off time and gear case. Whoops. It's the final part of the engine. I should say it's interesting how it looks like inside. So here we are. Oh, okay. So the main gear, this looks great. There's no any problem. The bearing looks like good. So the gasket, it's in normal condition. Timing gears also okay, and you see the bearing are good. So I haven't found any problem on this engine. But anyhow, internal inspection of the engine, I decided to put all parts in ultrasonic bath to arrange some light cleaning from fuel residue, small mechanical particles, which usually appears after break-in process. So next plan, after cleaning, engine will be assembled again and will be tested on the bench again to confirm its state like new. Thank you for watching Crazy Engines, have a nice day and see you soon in the part 3.